Thanks, Tim. We wish you the best of luck at Syracuse, and if you ever have tickets to a football game, let me know. But down to business here. Welcome to the Sports Update. I'm here with Kristen McDonnell, not so new coach to the coaching staff here. Now the new boys head basketball coach. Kristen, congratulations. Welcome to the Mustang family.
Thanks.
So just tell me, this kind of came really quickly. So how long was this in the works?
It all happened really quickly. I had some people come to me, when it first was posted. And I was a little iffy about it at first. I have a really good thing going in Braintree. I love the kids. I'm really close. And so that was a big part that was weighing on me. And I try to be, a really strong advocate for girls basketball. And so I felt like if I went to the boys game, that I'd be like cheating on the game of basketball itself. So, but the same person who was actually our principal kind of kept coming back and asking. And so giving it more thought, it was just an understanding that I could still be a strong advocate and still just, basketball is basketball. So it happened really quickly. It was like a week and the turnover. So we had the interview. I know they interviewed a lot of good candidates, and then I was lucky enough to be chosen.
And what made, reading stuff online, I think the biggest thing for you was that if this switch was going to be made, leaving Braintree at all for boys basketball, it had to be the right fit.
Yep.
So what made Noah the right fit?
That I work here too. I know the kids, they're awesome. So there wasn't any question about like the culture of this program and the school and things that you'd have to go in and change right away. I knew all that was going to be great to start. And then being able to have those relationships with kids, just, academically and then, social emotionally, but also now having the athletic piece. And it was always something I felt like I was missing from here. Like my athletic heart was in Braintree and everything else was here, and now to be able to put it all together is pretty cool.
And you come from a very strong program in Braintree girls basketball that you built for years, just the state champions just a couple months ago. So just talk about what it's, the hard feeling of leaving them.
Yeah, it was brutal. I was like a puddle all weekend, crying last weekend, and just having those conversations and seeing them in person and saying those goodbyes is tough because you get so close with them, and you spend a lot of time together, and just I know them off the court really well too. So yeah, it was hard to put that behind me. Still is, but I think as we get going here, I'm more and more excited to get started.
And you mentioned that you kind of wear two hats. You're a basketball coach, but you're also a guidance counselor here. So just talk about what kind of advantage it is to come in sort of knowing the kids already.
Yeah, well, I also know like every grade they have in their classes. Like I've already checked it all out. So I don't know if it's good or bad for them, but I'm going to be all over them in terms of like, making sure they're doing well in the classroom, going to classes, all those kind of things. So I think that's a big advantage to have that piece of it, to know their teachers, to be able to offer that support, and to just follow up, and even more importantly, just see them on a regular basis. So if something happens that's good, you're in it all together, and if something happens that's not so good, you're here to kind of help them through it. And
from a coaching standpoint, is there anything that you're going to take from your experience at Braintree and kind of bring it to the Mustang world?
Yeah, like I said, the culture here is good anyway, so we're just going to build off of it. But we ask like our team in Braintree every year to do, it's like, sounds dramatic, but to kind of surrender yourself to the team. And already asking the boys to do the same thing. I think, if we're going to do some damage here, it's going to be as a collective group. There's no more individual stuff, no more, it's like our ego, not their ego. And I think, so that was something we really drilled home in Braintree. And some of like the more technical stuff, and just in terms of like defense, and any given night, anything can happen on offense, but if we can keep teams to low numbers, I think we'll do okay. And you sort of mentioned it, but is there any sort of nervousness kind of coming in to a team that, had a coach for a couple of years, that there might be a transitional period, or is it just something where you think you might hit the ground running? Yeah, to be honest, I'm not nervous, just way more excited. I think it's like a fresh start. You get to kind of, it's good because it reinvigorates my game. Like I have to get better and I have to continue to work on things, and I think that's a fun challenge, like as a, for personally as a coach. I think being able to start fresh and like not even knowing as much about them, like I've seen them play and I've seen a million of the films, but being able to just start fresh and kind of build whatever we want to build going forward is a pretty cool thing. And we'll talk next step. I know it seems like we're a long way away from November, but it comes up on you quickly. So what's the next move for you as a coach? Yeah, so had the team meeting, had captains meetings. Right now they're in summer league, so went to their game the other day. So I'll just keep kind of like getting used to them, especially the sub-varsity players. And then, getting and working with the youth kids. You know, it's everything. It's why for any success we had in Braintree, it's because of that feeder program and that youth program. So just to try to get in there, build relationships, have our kids come down and like show them and model what we want to do. Then we have fall league, and then boom, it's off and running in November. December, actually. It's December 2nd this year.
Is there anything that I haven't said that you want to address to the Norwood sports world?
No, just like so excited to be here. I give the administration here a lot of credit for taking a chance. I know you don't always see a woman coaching a boys sport these days, and so I just give them a lot of credit for like taking that chance and having that confidence in me, and hopefully I can, make it worth something.
Well, Kristen, congratulations
Thank
on the
you.
hire.
Appreciate
and
it.
welcome.